executable advice. Go, Eric. What does Wesley need to do?
Danny, I would be the dirty coach trying to grease up my fighter and put something in the gloves. That's the current stage I'm thinking right now. Like, you know, I'd love to.
You'd be like, Wesley, we can't win this match, but put this on your glove.
Well, do you know, remember what I said? I said play e4. He's done it.
Okay.
So maybe he actually is listening. Like, just please mix it up. I mean, that's so simple to say. It's really not enough. But like, I'll tell you the punchline. If you look, Eric Hansen won a few games against Magnus. That means you can as well. You can win a lot more than I can. So that's just some simple motivation. You can just do way better than me. Because I know that he's just underperforming right now, and it's just I don't know. Like, these guys have it tough. Like, the psychological factor against Magnus, they play him all the time and have such difficulty getting space or positions that provide winning chances. And here, in this quick time control, it's just compounds.
Yep.
But yes, I would be a little. I'd be putting grease on my fighter.
And the time controls only get quicker. As Eric just said, we are now in the 3-minute portion, less than an hour. The clock ticks away, but
F4?
we do have E4. Here
There
comes
we
F4.
go.
All right, look at this. Wesley's
F4.
Wesley on the hunt.
Yeah, I mean, I want him to play e4. I want him to go for open positions, and I don't want him to do that maneuvering stuff as much anymore. Magnus is really sharp today with his piece placement. So I mean, this position, bishop e3, rook 81, go. Looking good for white. This is a good position for white. This is already looking great.
Bishop e3, rook 81. He plays it quickly. We can even reroute. Maybe bishop f2, queen g4, bishop h4. Get on the dark squares. Oh,
you mentioned Magnus as a superhero. I guess what superhero would it be? His own, or like Clark Kent or something?
Well, I mean, okay, the obvious choice is Thor, right? The Norwegian god of thunder. The legend.
I have a man crush on Chris Hemsworth.
Who doesn't, right?
I would have a conflict of interest if
my wife has a little more than a man crush on Chris Hemsworth and Ryan Reynolds. So,
well, Ryan Reynolds.
They make her list.
You know, I mean, if it's a Canadian, then it's only obvious that you know, American women, you know, do like Canadian guys.
Well, Magnus, I think the obvious choice is Thor. If he's his own superhero, or I don't know where I'd go with that. I'd be on that. But did you see the new Thor? We won't distract with that. Let's talk about this weak e6 pawn.
This is a great. Yeah, we'll talk. This is a very, very good position. Wesley's up on time. That's the first time in the match I've seen Wesley up on time. Besides maybe the game he won. All he needs to do, gang up on that e6 pawn. Maybe play c3 at some point. The only concern about c3 is that bishop on e3 is the problem. But besides that, you want to play c3, focus on the e6 pawn, and ride that.
He goes for it. He wants the e6 pawn now. He's not interested in waiting around. I guess that's a nice move because he's threatening queen c4 here, Eric, and I think he might jump on that.
No, queen c4 is a threat. I mean, queen c4, I play queen f7. I really have a concern here that this bishop on a3 is going to become
an issue.
A castaway.
So he wants to fix it now with b3, likely.
B3,
yep.
Yes, and that's a great approach here. Queen e2, I wouldn't be surprised to see, but I think Wesley can just ignore that and play bishop b2. Okay, king f7. He wanted to avoid this.
I think also one of the issues on queen e2 is maybe Magnus or maybe Wesley would have been able to trade and play bishop b2 with the threat of rook d7. So maybe. But okay, yeah, you're right. I mean, Magnus is doing his best to get the second rank as compensation for the pawn that he's down, but Wesley should be the only one who can win this game now.
He should, but you know, when you think about a pawn up endgame, you don't think about these
doubled
ugly
F. You don't
pawns.
fantasize about doubled F pawns at night. Is that not your thing?
I don't. I really don't.
That wasn't an invitation to tell us what you do fantasize about.
No,
but
no,
I just
no,
wanted to
no.
make sure it's not F pawns.
No, it's not. It really isn't. White is on the better side of this, but it's all about being able to maybe trade off on these double pawns for Magnus's G pawn, like turning this double pawn
Is he
situation.
going to do it and play F5?
He's going to play rook e4 maybe. He's trying to, okay, F5?
I thought maybe he had F5.
You know what? I'm really hard at, it's really tough for me to evaluate these on the fly. Like, what's the evaluation of this pawn endgame? Like, intuitively, it seems like black is fine. But then why would Wesley rush into it when at least he's on the better side of the endgame?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, why was he so? This is the best position he's had in an hour, and he really rushed into that pawn end game. When we know if Magnus was on the other side, probably not.
And all of a sudden, after the move King E3, the evaluation bar just slid way down in Black's favor. By the way, and I don't have an engine moves in front of me. All I have is that evaluation bar that everyone else can see on their screen.
Yes, because White's running out of moves. Oh, this is.
I think Wesley's about to lean back in frustration. There was no way he should lose that game.
No. This is going to be extremely hard to recover from. This is incredible. Like a player of Wesley's level, he's just out of it right now. He's just really struggling against Magnus. His decision to trade into this pawn end game so quickly was already an indication that something's a bit off there. He was playing well, and I mean, he's just now he might lose, and now only Black can win. And Magnus is not touching that A pawn. He's gonna use these extra couple tempos when they're necessary. A7 to A6, A6 to A5. But he was only playing reactive chess. Wesley was the one ahead with that extra pawn. He sort of provoked this position.
Now he'll play King F4. Yep, he grabs opposition, and this is how you win a king and pawn ending, everybody. If White goes the wrong direction, Black will infiltrate. Wait, he goes to G2.
Right, he's going to go for the H5 pawn, so we have the pawn race.
Quick calculation tells me that Black could probably go for that, but I guess if you could also just...
Well, the problem is, Black can go for it with the idea of queening the B pawn. Picking up A2 and B2. I think if you try to push the A pawn, it's going to reach. But now Magnus is just calculating this out. He's going to queen the B pawn, Danny.
Yeah.
And even if both sides queen, his king is going to be in the right position to win the game.
So as soon as he wins A2, everybody, he's going to shoot A5 and A4 up the board, and this B pawn will be the one that gets a queen. Unless he has... No, he doesn't have the time to do anything else.
Yeah, you can go for the B pawn. I think I did count that right.
Yeah.
Let's hope please don't embarrass me.
Please don't embarrass us, Magnus.
Yeah, he's going for the B pawn, and this is just
a lot of pawns, and White has some drawing chances here, everybody, because the king's open and always a chance for perpetual check and a queen and pawn ending. But clearly, I feel like you're right. It's like the psychological hangover from going down 8 games after the 5-minute portion has got to have Wesley feeling down, because that's not a normal Wesley So decision back in that moment where he just traded into the right back here, everybody, where he just willingly trades into a king and pawn ending. You don't go for that if you're the only one who can win a rook ending, unless you know you're the only one who can win the king and pawn ending. Or really it should be winning, right, Eric? But he goes for this. It's just very uncharacteristic of high-level Wesley So chess to make that trade.
Yeah.
Okay, and there you have it. Whether he holds a draw here or not, which he might still, but it's just not a good sign for Wesley.
No.
Hopefully, for his sake, he holds the draw and rebounds, but going down 9 games this early in the match would be shocking.
I'm trying to figure out how to get out of the checks, and I don't see a good way. So maybe this is a draw, but again, it's a victory for Carlsen at this stage of the match. He's coming close to clinching it, Danny. If you can maintain this for the next 30 minutes.
Yep. Fans in the chat, the Twitch TV chat, the Twitch TV/chess, as well as Chess.com TV, asking who Magnus has in his room with him. He's being hosted, I can tell you, by a friend. This is not his home. He told me that in the pregame. So somebody maybe was over there cooking up a tasty dish, because now he's shoving food in his mouth. So, if I had to guess. All right, and thank you. Anonymous just subscribed. I don't know if that's your username or if legitimately you found a way to be listed as anonymous. Either way, touche, sir. All right, game drawn by repetition.